Today, we're going to be exploring the legendary history of Las Vegas. Whether it's in a museum, a penthouse, or hidden in plain sight, I'm going to take you along, share some amazing stories of these iconic Las Vegas landmarks. Let's get going. Let's get started where it all began. The Hotel Nevada opened in 1906 and is still here today, but now we call it the Golden Gate. There's some seriously cool pieces of history inside here. Let's go check them out. Lots of awesome stuff on display here in the Golden Gate. In the lobby, you're gonna find ledgers for their gaming and the hotel when it originally first opened, as well as an old-fashioned telephone. The Hotel Nevada did have the first ever phone here in Las Vegas. Their phone number was 1. If you walk past here, you're gonna see a bunch of old school slot machines on display, and there are some even more awesome places that you're gonna wanna check out. Now another must stop here at Golden Gate is going to be Bar Prohibition. Now the name and decor of this bar may have changed, but one thing sure hasn't, and that is that the Rat Pack used to enjoy drinks here. They even have a plaque to commemorate it. So come, order yourself a cocktail. Frank really liked Jack Daniels, and cheers to the Rat Pack. There are a couple of other fun hidden secrets here inside the Golden Gate. If you come into the high limit room, there are 2 cool things to check out. This here is a door that opens up to show you the wall from the original Hotel Nevada. Cool little piece of history, but there's even more if you head back this way. Now, if you come even further into the high limit room, you are gonna come across this fountain kind of randomly in a wall here. So when they were doing some construction on Golden Gate, they tore down this wall and found a fountain that they believe is from 1909. They just thought it was cool, so they kept it here. So next time you guys are in Vegas, take your friends on a tour of the Golden Gate and show them all the different little pieces. They're gonna be very impressed. Come on in. The El Cortez has been making history in Las Vegas for over 80 years. They still maintain that old school charm and flair. We're here today because we've checked into the Jackie Gone Suite. This place is 2,700 square feet, and it is a literal time capsule. Let's check it out. Now, Jackie Gone started investing in Las Vegas when he put 3% into the Flamingo. He went on later to own 25% of downtown real estate, including Plaza, Gold Spike, and here when he purchased El Cortez in 1963. This tower was built in 1980, and he and his wife Bertie lived here until he passed away in 2014. His son Michael actually owns the South Point Hotel. Now, El Cortez is owned by Kenny Epstein and his daughter, so it is still a family-owned and operated business. So the suite is awesome. It clearly looks like somebody used to live here. There's a full kitchen, giant sitting area, several bedrooms. This is definitely my favorite room though. This pink marble is a mood. I feel like Sharon Stone in Casino right now. They also have some really incredible views of the Strip from the balconies. Now, if you want to rent this room, it's about $1,500 a night, and they are pretty selective about who they will rent to because we are essentially in a piece of history. Now, this suite is not the only one with historic significance here at El Cortez. We were lucky enough to stay in the original 47 rooms, which they've recently renovated, and they look amazing. We were actually staying in Fat Irish Green's suite. So if you don't know who that is, essentially he's a guy who fell into good favor with the mob, and to reward him, they put him up at the El Cortez for life. So much cool history about the mob here at El Cortez. It's definitely worth checking out. We can't talk about the history of Las Vegas without mentioning the International Hotel, which opened in 1969. The International made serious history by being the home of the king himself, a name synonymous with Las Vegas, Elvis Presley. Now, I can't take you on this tour by myself. I'm gonna need some help from my friend, Scott Robin. You guys may know him as Vital Vegas. He's gonna share some fun facts and tips for you guys.
I am. This is one of my favorite places in the Westgate because this Elvis statue, this is one of the most caressed parts of Las Vegas. You know, there's Cleopatra at Caesar's Palace. The other thing a lot of people don't know is that's actually a drumstick that Elvis is eating. During one of his performances, he was big on peanut butter and banana, but that drumstick, a lot of people think that's good luck as well.
This is gonna be a really good time. We better get started on the tour. I am standing here in the International Theater at the Westgate Hotel. This is the place that on July 31st, 1969, Elvis performed the first show of his 7-year residency. He performed 636 sold-out shows. He would perform 2 shows a night, 7 days a week. The story goes, Elvis would come up from the elevators, stand in the spot, say a prayer, and knock on the wall before going out to every show. The floor I'm standing on is the same floor. So I can now say I have stood exactly where Elvis stood here backstage at the Westgate Theater. So cool. So we're gonna head into the green room now. Now this used to be double the size. They have since split it in half. The other side is Barry Manilow's green room now, and this is for their other headliners. But inside this room, they have Elvis's original bar. This is his bar 100%, where he touched, he stood, and the mirror from his dressing room is behind it. These are the only 2 authentic Elvis pieces that they still have here inside the Westgate, and they keep them here in the green room, which is so cool. We are up on the 30th floor. Now this used to be Elvis's penthouse and a secret bar. Obviously since then they have unfortunately renovated the entire thing, but there are still little remnants and clues to tell us where Elvis may have hung out. Now this room is actually 13,000 square feet, so it's massive. The suite doesn't look like what it used to look like when Elvis stayed here, but we do know that here by the fireplace is where his bed would have been and where he would have slept. So still pretty cool to know that he did live and stay in this room when he was doing his residency. Now, while this isn't technically still Elvis's hotel suite, it is absolutely incredible. Super opulent bedrooms, amazing bathrooms. There's 2 hot tubs in here, a private pool. If you and your closest friends want to get together and pool 15 grand, you can rent this room out, although typically they reserve them for their high rollers. Nothing is more quintessentially Las Vegas than the image of a city lit up in lights. Las Vegas is known as the Neon Desert, and that is not for nothing. At night, she truly dazzles. Now, many hotels have come and gone in this city, but the iconic signage still remains. here at the Neon Museum. No hotel in Las Vegas is more iconic than the Stardust. When she opened in 1958, it actually had the largest neon sign in the world, and it could be seen for over 3 miles. Now, it did get replaced in 1968 when they had a huge renovation to the sign that we know and love today. Fun fact, the book and movie Casino are based on Frank Lefty Rosenthal's wild career at the Stardust. She did say her goodbye on March 13th, 2007 with an implosion and fireworks, and now Resorts World stands in her stead. Behind me is the sign to the Moulin Rouge. It was the first interracial casino to open in Las Vegas in 1955. It was wildly successful upon opening, but unfortunately, due to mismanagement, it closed in just 7 months. Now, the hotel was put on the National Historic Register of Places, but a devastating fire destroyed a lot of the original work, except for the beautiful sign, which lays here in the Neon Boneyard. Cannot recommend the Neon Museum to you guys anymore. This place is non-for-profit. All they're doing is working to restore and keep history alive. So for all you history buffs out there, this one's a must-do. I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of some amazing historical spots in Las Vegas, and I will catch you guys all in our next video.